There are a ton of lies about immigration, about immigrants. We can't respond to all of them, but sometimes the lies are so obvious, so insidious, that they do need to be responded to. And this time, it actually produces a new garbage person. This is Tucker Carlson. You might have seen him before. This is what he looks like. This is literally what he has always looked like every second of every day since he was a child. That same expression. He is a garbage person, and in this clip I'm gonna describe exactly why. You'll see what happens to this at the end. So he was talking about immigrants recently, obviously many people are, and he was surprised by one of the arguments being made by the left. He just didn't understand it, as you'll see.
Now, I saw a lot of people who had the air of authority about them, who really seemed to know what they were talking about, last night claim that every study has shown that illegal immigrants to this country commit crime at a lower rate than native-born Americans. We do this topic a lot, and we're pretty conversant with the social science on it. I've never seen that study. Where are those numbers from?
As we respond to this, bear in mind that Tucker Carlson is not Sean Hannity. Tucker Carlson is not Glenn Beck. Tucker Carlson is one of the reasonable Republicans. You always see these write-ups that like, hey, you might disagree with him, but he's a serious thinker, okay? He's one of the wonks even, certainly persuasive. He knows his stuff. And so there, he tries to continue that appeal, saying, we cover this a lot, we're very conversant with the social sciences. These people who have the air of authority keep asserting, without evidence, that immigrants don't actually commit crimes. Now this comes several minutes after him talking with that guest where they lie about the drug trade over the border. We've already broken down the facts on that earlier this week. They lie about how many people are actually coming across the border. They lie about the position and argument of left-wingers about the situation with the border in terms of how many people are going over, saying that the left-wing argument is that literally no one crosses the border illegally, which is an interesting way to put that argument. So again, this is not just about lies, this is about intentional deceit. Tucker Carlson has so little respect for his audience that he will lie to them about something that he definitely knows. Tucker Carlson, after all, has covered this many times. He says that. He has a big writing staff, a big production staff. He would not say the evidence isn't there and no studies exist if there were actually studies. Certainly they'd find them, except perhaps their internet was down or something, because I searched and I easily found it. It didn't take long. We could do it in real time. It would take about a minute. Here, you want some social science? Here's some social science for you. Article title, why are immigrants' incarceration rates so low? That one's a little bit on the nose, but you get the idea. Evidence on selective immigration, deterrence, and deportation by Kristen F. Butcher and Morrison Peele. That study examined the incarceration rates for men aged 18 to 40 in the 1980, 1990, and 2000 censuses. In each year, immigrants are less likely to be incarcerated than natives, with the gap widening each decade. By 2000, immigrants have incarceration rates that are 1/5 those of the native-born. That coming, by the way, from an analysis of this research done by the Cato Institute, a libertarian organization. I found that so easily. But again, maybe that's the only one. Okay, maybe you missed that why are immigrants' incarceration rates so low that obviously describes in great detail studies showing why the left wing believes that immigrants commit crimes at lower rates, except that that's not true. There's a ton of them. Let's bring up this list. If he had actually looked, he might have come across The Immigration Crime Nexus Towards an Analytic Framework for Blah 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 by Daniel P. Mears. Or maybe Immigration and the Recent Violent Crime Drop in the United States, a pooled cross-sectional time series analysis of metropolitan areas by Leslie Williams Reed. Or The Immigration Crime Relationship, Evidence Across US Metropolitan Areas by Lee, Martinez, and Rosenfeld. Or maybe he could have looked at Does Immigration Increase Homicide by Butcher and Peele. Or Why are immigrant incarceration rates so low? That seems like it would directly respond to your concerns there. Also, immigration and crime, what the research say. Here's the thing, that list might look like I was really looking to compile this list, but no, I have compassion for our graphics team. I stopped adding to those bullet points at a certain point because I didn't want them to have to keep making graphics for it. There are so many analyses going back literally decades of this trend describing in great detail individual neighborhoods, individual states, nationwide trends, cross-sectional things having to do with before and after some sort of immigration law change. All of that is freely available and easy to find on Google if you actually cared to do that. But Tucker Carlson did not care to do that. Even though he says he's very conversant with the social science, he apparently is blind, like Sandra Bullock, to all of this research that has come out for literally his entire lifetime. And is that actually the case? Is he actually blind to it? Does he actually not know that that exists? No, he is lying to you about it. He has so respect for the left, he has so respect for his own right-wing audience that he lies to them about the actual existence of this evidence. And that is why he is a garbage person. And there is only one place to put garbage people: in the trash. That's where he belongs. That and in New York City making literally tens of millions of dollars every year. Anyway, frustrating. We care about the truth here. We're not gonna talk about this topic without reference to the truth, even if we have to continually respond to these BS arguments being made by people who know better.
Thanks for watching this free clip of the Young Turks. Don't forget to become a TYT member today. For more exclusive content, join now at tyt.com/join.